Hi, I'm Allie Hendricks and I'm a student physical therapist for Langston University. This is my patient, Jennifer Nidman. She's a 25-year-old 7th grade school teacher and a softball coach, and she prefers learning by listening and seeing. Miss Nidman was in a car accident where she fractured her left proximal humerus. She was treated with an open reduction internal fixation procedure and was referred to physical therapy 1 week post-op. This home exercise program is the beginning of her 9th week, the beginning of phase 3 with no contraindications. Okay, so I'm going to assist Jennifer's elbow flexion and extension with the goniometer. Her fulcrum will be at her lateral epicondyle. Her stationary arm will be along the midline of her humerus to her acromion process, and her moving arm will be in line with her radial styloid process. So I'll first ask her to bring her hand to her shoulder to assess her active range of motion. Good. And then come back out and straighten. And she is tight in extension, which we'll assess later. Okay, and this time I'll assess her active range of motion and measure it. Okay, so just bring your hand to your shoulder. And she got exactly 149. So I'll take her back to her extension, and I'll passively do it this time, so I'll do all the work, Jennifer. And I got her to 155 degrees. And for extension, we will start the same points. Fulcrum is lateral epicondyle. Stationary arm points to her acromion, and her moving arm points to her radial styloid process. And for extension, I'll ask to do the same thing, just to watch her extend as far as she can. She's tight. And then I will measure. Okay, and just bring her arm back down. And she got to 32 degrees of extension. And this time, I'll passively extend her arm. And she measured at 22 degrees. Okay, Jennifer, so since your elbow extension was decreased, which just means you couldn't straighten your arm all the way, I'm going to show you an exercise to increase that angle of stretch for your biceps since you were immobilized and your biceps was tight. So just lay your arm up here on the table for me, palm up, and straighten your elbow as far as you can. Good. And we're going to help that by placing a weight in your hand and just let your arms stretch out as much as you can. We're going to hold this for 10 seconds, so let's just count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good, and you can just set the weight down and rest as long as you want. We're going to do that 2 more times, so 3 times total, and we're going to do all of that 3 times a day. Does that make sense?
Can we repeat it one more time?
Yes. So we're going to stretch your arm out. We're going to hold it for how many seconds?
10.
And we're going to do this how many times?
3 times.
Good. And how many times a day?
3.
Good. Okay, Jennifer, so I'm going to teach you an exercise to help you reach as high as you can. Since you've been in a sling, your shoulder's a little tight, and we're just going to work on that. So what you're going to do is you're going to stand and face the wall. You're going to stand up here with me. Put your left hand on the wall, and you're going to walk up. And these are called wall walks. You're going to go as high as you can until you feel a good stretch, and hold it for 10 seconds.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Good. And you're going to walk back down. And you're going to do this 3 times 3 times a day, just like your other exercise. Okay, so let's do it one more time. And I'm going to have you repeat with me. So you're going to walk up as high as you can until you feel a good stretch in your shoulder. And you're going to hold this for how many seconds?
10.
Good. And you're going to walk back down. How many times?
3.
And how many times a day?
3.
Good. Okay, Jennifer, for this exercise, we're going to work on bringing your arm up. And since you've lost some of your strength in your shoulder, this is going to help gain that strength back. So what I'm going to have you do is I'm just going to have you stand on the end of this band, shoulder width apart. You're going to keep your palm down, and you're just going to bring your arm up as far as you can and back down as slowly as you can. You're going to do this 8 times, and you're going to relax and just do it 3 times a day.
Okay.
Okay, so let's see you do that. It's a little tricky. You just keep those feet shoulder width apart. Good. Straight up as far as you can. And back down. Perfect. So how many times are you going to do this?
8.
Good. And how many times a day?
3.
Perfect. Do you have any questions?
No, I think I'm good. So all my exercises are 3 times a day.
Yes.
Okay.
Perfect.